And we're live. You are live. We are live. We got coaches coming. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show today. Here we go. No watchers. No watchers. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. All right. Are you doing a podcast today? Got a text message from Cece. Yes. Yes, we are. "45 seconds in. I'm just going to chill right here. Hello, everyone. All right. Well, hurricane's going to hit Florida. We got an athlete evacuating her home. So it's pretty crazy. Cece seems pretty chill about it. She's going to be doing okay. So hopefully it's all good. Look at Heather just walking around behind me. Dude, you are the meme. You are the meme. I got to find the meme. Slide over. Just taking all my space here. No, I can't hear you. You got to put your headphones on and you got to talk on the microphone. Hello, Tyler. Coach Tyler, what's up, dude? Time to talk. 2 watchers, if you're watching, comment in the chat. Hello, welcome. Tyler.
Hello. Welcome.
How's your life?
Life's good.
You're gonna have some special guests here in November.
I know. I'm stoked for that.
That's gonna be cool. They're gonna get to meet you. Also, I had a question because I saw and I didn't ask because we've been talking about athletes and everything. But are you coaching at a gym now in person again?
Yeah.
And that's a new gym?
No, it's been around for a while. They just needed
some
some coverage.
New for you.
Oh yeah, new for me.
What's the name of the gym?
CrossFit Davidson.
All right. Tell us about it. Do you like it?
Yeah. The owners are so they've been around for I think like 12 years ish. But the people that own it now have only owned it for like 2 years. But they're super cool. But the owner, it's a woman. She owns it. Her husband coaches it, and like those two do like 85% of the classes. So they needed some coverage. So
sick. Yeah, I mean,
I'm there.
85% of classes.
Yeah. So
Heather's got her thing on. I can hear the echo again. You know how to use a computer?
I can, but I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. I didn't realize it was echoing.
You can't hear me?
I mean, I was not echoing for me, is what I'm saying.
Hold on. We're gonna figure it out. You're on number 1. All right. Can you hear this? Is it louder?
Yes, I can hear.
Is it louder?
It's
how's
sure.
that?
Oh yeah.
You want louder?
No, lighter. That's too
okay.
loud.
She's too old. Her hearing aid is not working. Just kidding. She doesn't have a
I mean,
hearing
it's true. Sometimes he talks to me and I'm like, I don't know what you just said to me.
Yeah, it's just probably too low for you. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at their website. All right. CrossFit Davidson. Is this it? This is the place?
that's the one.
Davidson College. Nice. Look at those Penlays. The Penlay plates, man. Those are old. I got a set.
Old, yeah.
Is in my garage. We got a set Penlays here that were inherited when we bought the gym.
Nice.
R.I.P. Greg Penlay. I have a Penlay barbell that's from like 2012.
They were good bars, man.
Yeah, they're the best. It's 2012. It's what was that? 10?
12 years.
12 years.
12 years. It works. Great. Oh, HSA, FSA eligibility. That is really tough. We try to do that. A lot of people, it's more hassle than it is. Now let's meet the coaches. Here we go. All right. Hands on knees, Sam Higgins. All right. CFL2, CrossFit Kids, adaptive trainer, former. I have the original adaptive certification.
Who did that?
It was Gustavo and Kevin Ogar. Gustavo was the guy with Miranda Oldroyd. Yeah, throwing it way back.
I forgot about that guy.
Original adaptive.
I forgot about that guy.
certification when they made that. I try not to flex on people too much with that. Not really a big deal, but it's cool to know. All right, co-owner Lucas Higgins. Oh, there's Tyler. Look at this guy. Look at that muted hip, bro. What are you doing? Your hip's backing down. What's happening here?
But you don't know what direction that dumbbell's going.
That's fair. That's fair. Hopefully it's going up. Could have extended your knees though. It is dumb. All right, this person loves mayhem. Does she really like this Heather like mayhem?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, she clearly loves it right here. Happy. This is cool. I wish you could see this guy's face. Lucas. He has he, him as pronouns, so I could call him guy, which is good. All right. Various services industries. Let's see. Let's talk about the owner. Lucas is co-owner though. Don't want to like this thing, but she got owner, Sam Higgs. Started CrossFit almost a decade ago. Last ditch effort, salvage her mental health and wellness. 7 months later, she L1 kid cert, has never looked back. Sam credits CrossFit to helping her regain control of her mental health as well as her physical fitness. Sam has a passion and devotion to kids' fitness and often heard telling people that kids' classes are the best 90 minutes of the week. There's only one class a week? Or is it 3 classes, 30 minutes?
I think it's 3 classes, 30 minutes.
Okay. Sam strives to daily create a space that is inclusive and challenging to everyone. Sam has affinity for black cats. That's on brand for October. Tattoos and fantasy romance novels. Nice. That's cool. Well, I like that. It's a good bio. Let's look at the schedule, dude. This is good. All right. 5:30. Okay. 6:45. I like the little gap. You get a little 15 minutes to regroup, shake off as a coach. 8:30 a.m. It's nice. 8:30 or 9:30 is fine, depending on your area. You know what time kids get to school or buses, things like that. What's fun?
Yeah.
What's fun? Control fun.
Chanel.
I know the emphasis on fitness at 55 plus. Is that just like a elderly class?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. We got the gray wolves here, so it's the silver wolves or something. We only got like 2 people. We need more people in here, man. People are scared of CrossFit. I don't know why. I don't know why people are scared of squatting, bending over, putting things over their head, and rowing things to their body. I don't understand. It's crazy. You do it every day though. Wouldn't you want a greater capacity so you can
Because they
enjoy
have
life?
this like false conception of like intensity.
Yeah. Oh, noon class. All right. 4 out of 18 people are going to attend that noon class.
Yeah. Kathy told me a couple weeks ago that you guys don't have a noon class.
No, we don't. But based on these numbers, I mean, you might be able to ditch the 5:30 class. I mean, let's look at last week. Can we go to last week? I'm like now evaluating their business.
Yeah.
The lens of like what I look at. Yeah, 6 out of 18, 4 out of 18, 9 out of 18. Like definitely keep that 8:30, man. That's cracking. Yeah, noon is good for you guys relative to the other ones. And then
Yeah.
maybe it's just the day or there's late people. Maybe it's Wednesday. People hate Wednesday apparently. 2,
Yeah.
1, 8, 9. What are they doing on Wednesday? Why does no one come?
Last week, they use CAP programming,
Okay.
and like Monday was it had lunges. Tuesday had overhead squats and running. It was Nancy. Wednesday had back squats. Thursday had deadlifts. So people's legs were just beat up by the time they got to Wednesday and Thursday.
Gotcha. Let's see how many people came on deadlift day. That was Thursday. 8,
Yeah.
4, 3, 6. That might be your largest attending day other than Monday, dude. People love deadlifts. They love them here too. Yes, this means 0 people came on Friday.
Yeah. Any gym I've been at, Fridays are always a hit or miss.
Especially in the area. If you were in San Jose, where we were at, man, noon was
Cracking.
off the chain.
Really?
Yeah, so is all the class. Like evening, it's such a luxury. Like in a lot of these smaller, because you're in a kind of a smaller town, right? Like 1 million people, maybe.
No.
Oh, less than.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, like a million, I would say is typically like it's still enough, you know, and industrialized, I guess you could say, enough economy, but like still smaller than the like 10 million people in just San Jose area or whatever it is. Let's look that up.
I think it's more than that.
You think it is?
So many people.
All right, so let's look at the rates though. I like this. They put the rates. We don't put the rates up. All right, 175 a month. Pretty standard. I think everyone should probably get up to like 189, especially if your coaching is really good, no matter where you are in the US, especially. And then try to figure out ways to subsidize it. I mean, the HSA, FSA is good. I wish there was like more donation based people, like people who wanted to get into health and fitness and like have money, give money to CrossFit gyms to sponsor or what would you call it when you give people money to
Like a scholarship type
yeah,
deal.
scholarship. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, 130 for 55 plus. That's a good deal. Punch pass. Nice. These are all good. See, kids fit. I think this is not bad. The teen fit stuff, 275 for 8-week session, Saturday and Wednesday, 2 times a week. And there's probably, I mean, she's very passionate about it, like my wife is. So there's probably a lot of really sports specific or like really good training involved in that versus like a lot of teen classes or kids classes that you see. Just play a bunch of games. I mean, I'm sure the kid fit minis is definitely just a bunch of games and moving and crawling and all that stuff's great. Like just like kids gymnastics. But once you get up to like 7, 8 years old, I mean, if you read the conjugate books, man, you need to be back squatting by 7 years old if you really want to get into high level athletics. Like you're already behind the curve, especially all these programs nowadays. Holy moly. Your kid is left behind. Just a word to the wise. Because if you have a bunch of kids coming and rolling up in these CrossFit gyms like this gym, you know, CrossFit Davidson, where Tyler coaches at, those kids are going to be up in there moving barbells, moving sandbags, moving weights, pushing sleds, going back squats. Like they're going to get out on the baseball, football. I don't know. Do you guys play hockey out there? It's a big hockey.
Not really.
Not really. They're going to be just messing people up. And you're going to be like, yeah, come on down to CrossFit Davidson and we're going to make you right.
Show you how it's done.
Yeah. Oh, like this nutrition in body scan. She got to change the title. Maybe just that's my only negative piece of advice. Change that.
Well, we actually have like an in-house nutritionist.
All
So
right,
I don't know why he's not on there.
Okay. All right. That's kind of funny. This is cool, man.
When are you coaching, Tyler?
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday. So hold on real quick. So the guy on the far right there,
Yeah.
that's Lucas.
Yeah.
That's,
But you can
so
barely,
that's his
again,
face.
you can barely see his face, man. This guy's hiding. He's like, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo of your gym? No, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, this is cool. We got to update some of our photos on our website for our gym too.
Yeah. I'm coaching on Monday night or Monday and Tuesday night.
Nice.
Dude, look at this old guy here.
Crushing
This guy, I guarantee you. You know this guy right here?
I don't. Oh,
Oh,
no, I do. I've met him once. His name is Ken.
I'm sure he is just happy.
He is. He's got such a weird's not the right word, but like interesting story. Like he was born in like Papua New Guinea and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah.
That's great. All right. Let's see what else. That's it, really. The training. Oh, I should go on. Let's see what else. Classes. Let's see the pictures. All right. Some guy doing dubs. Why is the punch pass them talking?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I get it. Let's see. We're just evaluating now. I'm not going to be. This is great. I like it. Oh, there's our guy again. Free Saturday community class. He's a poster child. Who's this lady dying on the rower? Do you know her yet?
Her name's Robin.
Nice. Good job, Robin. Killing it. I'm serious. That's good. She's working hard. I can see it. And it's the 55 plus class. The functional fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Dude. Let's see. Let's look at the kids fit. Oh, wonderful. Look at them crouching down, being birds or ducks. I can tell by her hands, you know. I've seen it 100 times. All right, guys, we're all going to do the duck walk. Quack, 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 quack. Everyone does it. Ducks fly together.
Okay.
I like this.
Only 90s kids would get
Hey,
that.
listen, it's okay. This is great. I love it, dude. I'm glad you're coaching over there. Should we investigate more? Or was that like fun? That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
I like it.
How'd you find that gym? Or how'd you get connected?
I'm in a group on Facebook, just like the whole like Charlotte area, and they just made a post like looking for coverage. So
Nice.
I reached out and went from there.
Cool.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really cool. Love it. Yeah, man, I've said that. I mean, we've said that a ton. You can 10x your coaching ability by being in person Like there's so much more you can learn just faster. Yeah, there's been something I've been doing with Mona currently. We're playing with some things. She's testing some ideas I have where like I do we do the piece. So like let's say her weightlifting is an E-mom or E2 mom, whatever, and it's like 12, 16 minutes. She warms up, I send her the Zoom link, and then I'm on with her and we just run through the session. I give her feedback right away. Seems to be pretty good. I could see the time getting away from you sometimes with people if you were doing that with, like if I was doing that with all my one-on-ones, but I'm trying to see, I might invite some other people and have them do similar or the same piece if they're like working on what we're working on, and put them in and then say, hey, at 9:00 Eastern, we're going to do this. And then, if they have the availability, get in and do like a group virtual coaching.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to play out very much, but I like it. I like it because Mona and I are able to like connect a little bit better. The feedback is a lot faster. It's not scalable. So it would be more of adding more value and keeping the high premium of coaching remotely. So I don't know. It's cool though. But again, like being in the gym with our members every day, watching, and then speaking of coaching, man, I just got to coach everybody. I'm now being coached by my wife. My wife.
Nice.
So we're just starting week one, but some of the training is going to be the class workouts that I write. So like I'm not coaching myself. I'm writing the programming a little bit, but I like to get up in the mix, and then it'll be designed and changed for me and what I need. So like today's class, they had a run, dumbbell box step ups because we're prepping for Chad, and then run, dumbbell box step ups, run, dumbbell box step ups. Instead, I was with a 30-pound ruck the whole time. So running with the ruck, stepping up with the ruck, doing the same workout. It's kind of neat. I was breathing real hard. I don't know if Heather could hear me, but I felt like I was like, dude, just keep going. Keep going. You got it. Be aerobic. Let's see. Marissa said something. For lifting, since you rest between alternating that's a good idea. Like if we have multiple people, but like even like the gymnastics, really, you'd be like, all right, you do a set. Okay, we're all going to watch you. And then that'd be cool. We should do that in class. That actually might be.
Yeah, you could even run it like every 3 minutes, and then basically just have like the first person go on the first minute, second person go on the second minute, third person go on the third minute. Of course, that that still creates a constraint of like who's able to, or the number of people are able to serve at a time to 3, but that's better than 1, and it creates structure and people can observe. To your point, like us coaching in person can level up our coaching knowledge, experience, and our process. But I think athletes watching other athletes move can level up their process as well.
Yeah, you get the same benefit we do. It's crazy over the last like couple of weeks because I've been in the gym more and coaching more in the gym and even our one-on-ones in the space, and just trying to give more time there. And like it helps me so much, but it's hilarious how I'll watch in one day close to 40 people like do movements. And in the classes, if let's just say you got 12 people per class and you coach 2 to 3 classes a day, right? So you're already in the class, you're at 36 people. And then I have like some one-on-one. So like 40 people doing functional fitness. Those 36 people though, you get to watch them do the same movements over and over. And so it's hilarious because you get different bodies, different anthropometrics, different, outcomes and everything, and you're watching. And you learn so much faster that way to solve the problem. And then you have like a one-on-one or somebody in the gym be like, well, how, like they get so confused by themselves and you're like, no, just, and they'll like, well, I saw this on this place or there, or this or that, or this coach said this. And it's like, I just watched like 40 people do this today. So you probably should just listen to what I'm saying. Cause like you have one experience, which is your experience. I have 40 people's experience where I stood right here and watched them go through it. I have like, hey, this is what we're going to do. What are you going to do, Susie? What are you going to do, Jim? We don't have any of those names in our gym, but I just wanted to use them that way. And
That's a lie.
Yes. We don't have a Susie.
You have a gym.
We do have a gym. Damn it. That's true. And then you just break it down and you're like, okay, you're going to do this. You're going to use this load. You're going to do this. You're going to blah, blah. And you're like moving people around and making sure they're okay. Their strategy is good. And then after the workout, you have the opportunity to talk with them too. And the same thing happens with the one-on-ones. It's like, all right, well, how are you doing this? What's the numbers? What did I write? What are we working on? Then when they're done, it's like, well, how'd that go? Were you consistent? Where were you consistent? It's even, we went to the pumpkin patch. That's why we were a little bit late. And Heather on the way back was telling me about, because we're all doing the triangle. And she's like, I was able to hold in the back half the 15 calories. So like, and because I'm doing that same progression, we all are looking at the data and seeing what's possible, what's reasonable to be consistent, how the pairings of the machines work together, the feel. So like you're getting so much information and feedback so quickly versus only coaching online, which I do know there are a lot of one-on-one coaches out there who are only coaching online, and maybe they coached in the past, but I think being in person and online sharpens you and keeps you sharp. It's always sharpening the tool, and you're just so much faster on your feet because you have to be. You have no other choice. You can't sit there and think of a response or Google something and read about something and then get back to that athlete and say, hey, you should try this, or like movement selection. You don't have the time. You have
how
to
valuable. But how valuable is it to say, I don't know? And then go figure it out.
You're the king. You're the king.
And then go figure it out and then come back and give you something.
That's true.
I'm saying like,
Well, there's always a place for that, for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a great place for that, but I'm saying like an in-person coach's developmental process. Like I'm working around Deshaun,
I see what you're saying.
who
here we go.
Deshaun really wants to learn, and he says he wants to be a great coach, but he won't like read a book. You know what I mean? That's a slight exaggeration, but I'm like, yeah, man. Like one day he was like, oh, how do I mobilize this? I was like, look it up, Google it. You know what I mean? Like
in the Supple Leopard book.
There is. I pointed it. No, we have it on the bookshelf in the front in the lounge area. I said there's a textbook size book up there called Becoming a Supple Leopard. Go read it. Like, and I'll point in the right direction. But I'm saying that autonomy, building autonomy, and the ability to do your own research, to look things up, to try to figure stuff out and try to learn, and accept that it's okay to be a beginner, but no one's going to spoon feed it to you. Like, figure it out. And so for in-person coaches, if you don't have an answer, it's okay to say, I don't know. So that's just to combat Todd's idea of like, you have to find an answer or you have to give an answer. It's like, try to give your best answer, but try to give your best answer. If you don't know it, it's okay to say, I don't know, and then come back to them. And if you come back to them with value and a valuable response, a thoughtful answer, and a resource, that client is going to be so bought into you as a coach because you cared enough to take the time out of your day outside of class to give them information.
Well, and arguably you're going to, as a coach, you're going to retain that and understand it a lot more than someone just giving you the answer.
Yeah. Like Merce said, versus giving the coach the answer and teaching them themselves. Yeah. I think the thing is like generally, well, like, I mean, Heather and Harley, that's great advice for newer coaches. I think for the three of us, especially, we've been doing it for so long that like the questions we get, rarely will I get a question that I haven't been asked before, realistically, like, cause we've been doing it for so long.
I agree, because CrossFit's CrossFit, and like we see the same like 30 movements, and just variations of them, and movement patterns, are translatory, and we understand that. I
think it's so diverse. That's the thing, like CrossFit, I know people try to sell diversity and inclusion, everything. It's already like, if you're willing to walk in a CrossFit gym, I mean, I hope these gyms aren't out there. I've heard of them, but very few. I've never walked into a space in a CrossFit gym where I don't think anyone's felt unwelcome, realistically. You might feel that way because it's intimidating in general, and the movements and the, it's hard work, but generally the people are like, hey, I'm glad you're here. The coach is happy that you're there. People want you to come. There are members who check in on people when they're not coming. So like, generally, it's a very welcoming and inclusive place. And because of that, you get such a diverse group of people in your membership base. And coaches really get a ton of stuff. Like you're going to get people who come in and have all these different issues, or they've been to their doctor and this thing and that thing. And like, to Harley's point, even though I just didn't want to say to your point, because we say that a lot, you're going to learn so much more when someone's like, like I said the other day, when we were talking to people, I was like, yeah, and then you don't want to get sarcopenia. And someone was like, what's sarcopenia? And I was like, whoa, okay. And it's cool because it's an opportunity to learn, but like, that's coaches too. Like if you're having a coaches meeting or a member comes to you and says, I went to my doctor and, I'm getting real old and frail and I'm getting sarcopenia. And you're like, in your mind, you're like, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Now you have an opportunity to learn and read about it and grow. And then you build out your knowledge base. And there's people coming.
What's sarcopenia?
It's atrophy of muscle. You lose your muscle. It grows away.
Why?
And typically non-activity and then like old age. Or you're just super catabolic in your life.
Correct.
You're taking GLP-1
That is
or
correct.
is it GLP-1 or GPL-1, GLP-1, whatever the peptide is, the semaglutide. Take too much of it.
I feel
breaks down your
like
muscles.
that was a backwards way of either Harley quizzing you or not really knowing and then quizzing you.
My understanding of sarcopenia was age-related atrophy. So yeah, predominantly age-related, but that was, it's been years, so maybe my definition is obsolete. But regardless, it was a slight quiz, but also giving information to anyone who's listening. How many listeners do we have?
6.
Hell yeah.
You can't
They
sit
just
down
learned what sarcopenia was.
Yeah. Typically inactivity and age-related, yes. GLP-1, Marissa says, that will also atrophy your muscles if you take too much of it. Talk to your doctor. Anyways. Yeah. So like we have so many people going through so many different things that as coaches, you start learning how to navigate those things. And even on one-on-one coaches, like yes, especially myself with masters who have lives, they have jobs, not all, but most of them own their own businesses or they're doctors or teachers or like high professions where they're in position where they are the authority in their life. And so they have so much going on and then they have kids on top of that and relationships that they have to nurture. So you're learning about someone's singular life and then you're learning about it 10x times because you're talking to so many different people that you as the coach, you start becoming this beacon to help people with these problems because you've solved the problem for somebody else, right? So like, it's so crazy when I think about this now. And this all comes from Tyler talking about the CrossFit gym that he gets to work in. Because this is the benefit of you being inside of a CrossFit gym is you now become this person where you get to sit here and go, okay, I dealt with this person who had an issue with eating their broccoli, right? And then you go through the solving of eating the broccoli and you build that skill by working through it with that person as a coach. And then you get somebody else comes to you and they're like, I don't like eating broccoli. And you're like, I've done this before. Let's try it. And then you try it with that person, right? So now you got 2 people. And then you do that 100 times and you're going to have lots of different solutions to that problem for the person based on, everything that's going on in their life. That's why I brought up the masters, because although all the masters is something going on, it's all very different to a very different degree. Most of it is, fixing their time issue, but how you go through that process and what they have in front of them as hurdles is so unique to them in their life. But you start developing these tools of like, well, yes, this is not the same thing, but this might work for you because this person has a similar problem. And now we're going to fix it here. And you do that so many times. It's funny how many people they're like, well, you don't quite understand. It's like, because their whole focus is only on themselves and they don't realize that because we're in a CrossFit affiliate working with so many diverse people and typically anywhere from 150 to 300, if you're Rich Froning, 700 members, you have this opportunity to work with all of these people and solve these problems over and over and over again, which allows you so much knowledge, like Harley's saying, and it's okay not to know the answer. But if you pick up a book, you might be able to find that answer and do it over and over again. And it's really unique to me. I'm now trying to think like what other opportunities in life to do as a profession do you get that exposure? Because you also have people for an hour a day and some people 5 days a week. So you get to see these people an hour a day, 5 days a week. Like how intimate is that too? Versus like your general care practitioner who sees you for 15 minutes and is like, yeah, go exercise. And
Every
then,
6 months.
yeah, if that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's wild. I just thought about that. Big tangent. Just because Tyler's now at a new gym.
Well, even like you think about like just the membership in like a specific class, like they only know the 12 and 15 people that they see every day. They don't see the other 130 people that come into the gym, you know?
There you go. Sarcopenia, a condition characterized by loss of muscle mass, strength, and function in older adults. Signs and symptoms include weakness, fatigue, loss of energy, balance problems, and trouble walking. All right, now Google how to solve sarcopenia. Let's see what that is.
Strength training.
Oh, I know.
CrossFit.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Guys,
geez.
come on, I wanted to
Come
see
on. Oh, no.
what's it called now?
right.
Gemini?
Gemini.
Yeah,
What
the
was that?
AI for Google. What's it called?
Yeah, Gemini, I think.
Gemini.
According
Tyler,
to the
tell me your
one
biggest
advertisement
fear.
I've seen.
Now that you're starting this, not new endeavor, but you got in. You got in. Actually, you know what? This would be good. Tell me the whole story of the process. You found it on Facebook Marketplace, and they needed. I know that was a joke. You found it on Facebook group, and you're like, "Hey, I'm a coach. I'd love to coach." Then what happened? And like, don't obviously if there's sensitive things, don't say it.
Yeah.
ahead.
So we set up a Zoom meeting. I think it was just the next day or 2 days after, and she just wanted to meet me, which is fair, you know, before you have some stranger come coach your classes. And so we met. She told me what she was looking for. It worked for me.
What was she looking for?
Like I said, just some coverage, just some help. Not, you know, nothing full time. She was looking for someone part time. And then that was a Wednesday, and then the following Monday, I went down and just shadowed two classes. The next day, I went down and coached 2 classes. Obviously, they loved me, and
No doubt. No
well,
doubt.
clearly, because that is a really quick process, which is good. I mean, I'm sure because your resume is good. So like that would have been the same kind of thing with me. I'd be like, I come in, you're going to watch me coach, and then let's throw you in. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
So they loved you. And then what happened?
I started coaching the next week.
Dang.
Key and all.
Wow. You
Nice.
really impressed them.
Boom. That's good.
Give us, give us your whiteboard speech. Are you coaching today?
No.
What do you say?
Today's Wednesday, so no.
Oh yeah. What do you say when you start the class? What do you say to everybody?
I usually just, like, if it's the 4:15 class, I just yell out 4:15, meet me at the TV or something like that. Nothing
You're not
extravagant.
like, you're mine. Come up here.
No.
What do you say, Harley?
Alrighty, guys.
That's good. I like that.
Pretty much. Like everyone makes fun of me. I say it enough that people make fun of me for it. They mock me. So
If anyone's CrossFit coach, put in the chat what you say. And I was just
Round
like,
it up,
okay, 2
round it
rounds. Here we go. Everybody knows. Half the time, the people we have, because they're just like, especially in the morning, they're already going. I'm like, all right, well, you're already going, so here we are. I've been doing this thing.
let me know when you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the programming. I mean, I have been on everybody about moving a lot better. I've been really like, no, move better. Like slowing them down. But recently I've been like really getting after it. But I have been putting in our programming the 5 minutes, increasing effort every minute on the warm up on a cyclical machine of your choosing. And like every time people, if you're all listening, because you're going to listen and you guys give me feedback in class about these podcasts sometimes, but every time they're like, I've already done a minute. I'm like, dude, I didn't start the clock. We're doing the 5. I'm glad you did a minute extra cardio. Good for you. Every
That's
time.
your fault for starting before the class.
No,
started.
I like that they start. I just think
I'm just saying they got to wait till the class starts. And then
no,
the
they
5
should be
minutes
doing
starts.
extra. Everyone should be doing extra.
Yeah.
I just think it's hilarious that every time I'm like, the joke is old now, guys. We already did it. Like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
They don't say that to me. Maybe they just don't tell me that they finished they did 4 minutes.
Okay. Maybe it's just out of love. I got to just take it. Be like, yo, you love me so much. You want to complain. We're going to say, Harley, you came off mute.
I don't know.
So
It's
fun.
not out of love. They hate you.
Oh, geez. They probably do.
Oh,
man.
So we both just said, oh, man, at the same time.
Yep.
We're so synchro.
Yeah.
All right. Todd's got a new coach. Tyler is a new coach at the new facility, not for us. But So I'm gonna get a coach.
Oh,
and I'm gonna
nice.
use AI.
Wait, what?
What?
Are you gonna sign up for Trainer Road and use their
I was
adaptive
thinking
training
about
program?
it. Yeah,
You should.
I was
It's the
considering it. I've heard
best.
it's really good.
All right, 35 minutes in, Trainer Road, Ask a Cycling Coach podcast, one of the best podcasts of all time. Next, second best to ours. And then, no, I've listened to them for probably, I don't even know how long, probably the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years. They have like 400, maybe 500 episodes, and they're so good. The recent one this week, oh my goodness. They went over a systematic review of creatine, caffeine, beta alanine, and sodium bicarbonate, and gave you all the percentages of performance enhancing effects. And one of the big takeaways I was laughing about is that in the caffeine studies, you literally have to it's like 3 to 6 times your body weight in kilograms of caffeine to have a performance enhancing effect. So like on the low end, someone like me is
Break
what?
down the math, please.
Let's see. I think I'm 90 kilos. So let me just double check.
You're a hefty boy, dude. I'm 83 kilos.
I'm 90 kilos.
I'm
90.9. Okay. But we'll just go with 90. Okay. So 90 times 3. So 270 milligrams of caffeine would be like the start. And then at 6, I'd be at 540 milligrams of caffeine to get performance enhancing effects.
You wouldn't even be going to sleep that night. if you
Probably
had
not,
that
but
much.
Do you know how much is recommended throughout an endurance race? It's something along those lines.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is insane how much caffeine they recommend you take for like a 5+ hour endurance event. It is insane.
Keeps you
I
going.
was like, I'm not going to do that. When I did the ultra last year, I did not do that. It was wild.
You should do it. But yeah, so there's the beta alanine and the sodium bicarbonate. And sodium bicarbonate one is I did it for a little bit because when Kyle Ruth did it, probably when were you at Train Think Tank and you had that apartment before?
I had it. I would get it sort of recommended to me by Kyle.
But yeah, but when was that? Because that's when I was doing.
I mean, it was the year of 2020. So I moved there. What would have been probably September of 2020, and I moved away October of 2021.
So for those who don't know, sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, you get Arm & Hammer baking soda, kind of fucks up your gut if you take too much of it. They make capsules now for endurance racing. They're like little horse pills, very expensive if you get them in that nature. There's other companies that make less expensive ones. But if you pair them with carbohydrate, it's less destructive on the gut. So you could like drink a fizzy carbohydrate.
What do you mean by destructive on the gut? What happens?
Diarrhea.
You'll poop yourself.
Yeah, you get
you will.
Don't do it. So anyways, take the recommended dose, pair it with carbohydrate, work on it, slowly, incrementally increase the sodium bicarbonate that you're taking. What it does is it helps buffer the lactic acid or the hydrogen ions that get thrown off through glycolysis, and it'll help you be more quote unquote enduring. It'll stave that off and help clear your muscle fatigue, if you want like a layman's term.
So the standard shaker bottle is about 24 ounces, right? I would put 1 to 2 teaspoons, depending on how my tolerance was, in this whole thing of water. Yeah. And it was recommended that you sip on it throughout the day. Don't chug it. And you would go through 2 to 3 of these a day if you could tolerate it and get it down. The flavor tastes like dirty pool water. It's really, really satisfying.
Yeah, it's delicious.
And if you drink it too fast, you're risking diarrhea. So, but the performance benefits are proven. So
yeah, it's good.
What do you want, to perform better or poop yourself?
Yeah, it's like 11% improvement. So like,
it's real.
Yeah.
If you can tolerate it.
Just like, let's take a Fight Gone Bad, 400 rep score for a man. And you take that, you're now going to get 40, like, if it was 1-to-1, it's obviously not going to work this way, but if it was 1-to-1 and improved you by 11%, just only on your score, which is not going to, but just humor me, you get 44 extra reps, dude. That's crazy amount of performance gains. And that's kind of what it is. And they've studied it really only in Wingate testing and cycling to a degree. They haven't done it in CrossFit. So we don't know how effective it is, but still we know the mechanism, it works. And companies like Trainer Road do a lot of this stuff because that's all they're about is high performance cycling. And what's cool, I don't know how much have you looked into it, Harley? Do you want to talk about?
Minimum. You'll probably know as much as I do. I looked more into the process of what do I need to get a setup that is going to be functional with their system and with their application.
Just a power meter.
I mean, essentially, well, not necessarily. I just need a smart trainer, and a lot of it is done indoors. And apparently,
adaptive training now can do outdoor rides.
They can. And so the people I've talked to, one of the guys I talked to was back in 2015, so before their adaptive, training and AI integration. He basically only got prescribed indoor programming on his trainer, and he took his Leadville time from, I think it was like 10 hours down to like 8:40 in a year and a half. So it's like an hour and a half improvement on a 105-mile race. And it went from, not getting a big buckle to getting it. And he attributed Trainer Road. What?
Oh, he's all about the buckle.
We'll see.
That's all that matters, people, is the buckle.
I found it interesting because I had never really heard the watts per kilogram, like relative breakdown. We've talked about FTP a lot, Todd and I have, but associating body weight to your power output is really important to cyclists to see how good you actually are at producing power.
All I heard was more caffeine is good from my cues.
Yeah. Okay. Within context of endurance sport, which he has adamantly expressed that he doesn't want to do endurance. So that does not apply to him.
Yes, your heart would explode if you're doing high output CrossFit. It wouldn't explode. I shouldn't say that. That was bad. Take that back. Well,
I forgot where I was at. You made me lose it.
I'm sorry. I interrupted you. I was really happy with the comment.
Watts per kilogram. Per kilogram. So in relation to FTP, they also calculate the watts of your FTP to your body weight in kilograms. And then it gives you a number that's usually somewhere between like 1.5 all the way up to like 6. So untrained people, watts per kilogram is around 1.5 is the score to like 2. And then amateur cyclists are around like 2 to 2.5. And then like competitive age group people are around 3 to like 3.5 on this, a unit of measurement. So I had 2 different people that don't know each other that I've never talked to about cycling ask me what my watts per kilogram was when I posted my like watts for the 30 minutes I did the other day. And I was like, what?
You could do it because you have
I did it. Yeah. So I know what my score is now, but like my point was I thought it was
90%. Did you degrade it by 90% because you didn't do the 60 minutes?
95.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sick. But Marissa's a 3.6.
3.6?
Yeah. I do that with all my athletes.
That's wild, dude.
I like to look and see where people are. I don't tell them because it doesn't really make any difference because we're not cyclists. But for me, it's like, oh, okay, you are at this level of a cyclist, which typically indicates a like higher VO2 max, like leg endurance, ability to transport oxygen. So when you look at like where people are at based on, and then also, did you read about how like it can place you like when in like the CAD system of like where you're going to be when you race. So when you sign up for a race,
but you can let me know, elaborate.
Yeah. So they'll use that typically to make sure it's safe. And this is more in like crit racing because they don't want you to crash into people. And so like, let's say you're a 3.6 and you do like a 5, like a level 5, which is like intro. You're going to be faster than those people. So you're going to be outside of like the peloton and not be able to use a little bit of the drafting. So you would want to go to like level 3. And then there's like, and so on, and you move up. And all it does in crit racing is make sure that you're not crashing because everyone's moving similar paces.
All I'm picturing is Ricky Bobby when he's too scared to go fast again. And then the cars drive by him. He goes, oh my God, is that the other driver? That's what it would be like if you're in a crit race and you weren't fast enough. These people would just fly by you and you're going like 5 miles an hour. It'd be terrifying.
In your ears. Oh, man. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Marissa and I've been riding 1 time a week. We're going to try to move it up to 2 times a week on the gravel bikes, dude. And those things just rip. It's so fun.
You got
and I got the trailer. I got Ruth behind. We went on a ride on Sunday and we're trying to like increase her tolerance because that's just how it is for babies. In the first ride, she made maybe like 30 minutes and just like lost her mind. And then I had to unhitch the trailer, leave Marissa, go get the car, come with the car, pick them up. And then last weekend she did pretty good, and we got 45, 47 minutes in, which was great. So we'll just keep bumping her up. But like, I had the trailer and didn't have the trailer, the difference. I was like, I didn't think it made a huge difference. Like, we're fine, this is whatever. And then when I took it off to go get the car, I was like, oh, I can go way faster. And Marissa's just ripping.
I'm just thinking about Marissa. You said 3.6. So that guy that I gave the example that he went from above the 9-hour mark or whatever, closer to 10-hour mark on Leadville to sub 9. He said that when he was in shape for riding, which I assume is around that period of time, he
Or
said
his best shape.
what?
Like his best shape.
He just said when I was in cycling shape. That's what
Okay.
he said. So I assume that's when he was at his best or nearing his best in that process. He said that his score was 3.1.
Oh.
So I'm hearing like 3.6, like that's good. I'm over here like at a 2.6 to 2.8.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, I have.
You guys have
I have so much time to figure it out, but like
in Colorado, you should get Linnell did it. Ask her where she went for that metabolic test, because it'll also give you your VO2 max. Because then what you can do is figure out your LT1 and LT2 to the perfect degree. So when you train too, it'll help you out.
yeah, I know the guy who did it for her.
Yeah, that would be
I can
very
reach
cool.
out to them.
Dude, you're gonna get. It's crazy how much science when you want to ride like that, and you have a specific goal, you want to get the belt buckle. It's so crazy how much science goes into it, especially when you like start listening to Trainer Road. If you listen to a podcast a day, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this is crazy."
Yeah, no, I did. I listened to a lot of podcasts whenever I was doing the ultra stuff last year, and it's pretty wild.
That
Even
too. Yeah,
running and cycling it's the most pure, I would say, expressions of aerobic fitness, and compared to what we do, right? Like people who
easily
train
controlled.
high. Yeah, exactly. There are less variables. It's the most studied. They're some of the longest standing sports, right? Like from the endurance and fitness side of things. Like we don't have that much information on CrossFit because it's 20 years old. Like,
Yeah.
but people have been riding bike for hundreds of years. People have been running for far longer than that.
I almost said right now, Tyler, because you spoke in the beginning, I want you to speak more. Look this up so that you can tell us. But I almost said the Wright brothers, but they didn't invent the bicycle. They invented the airplane. I know.
Dude,
Come
on.
I knew the answer. I was
He
sharing
corrected himself.
I
and
was
then
sharing
he
you
outed
my
himself.
how dumb I am. Okay.
Do you know the first bike race was held?
Don't know that.
When they built the second bike.
It's
human nature, dude. It's human nature, dude.
Oh man, that's
not
such a good
accurate.
joke. I hope you tell that joke in your class. Like, please.
I won't.
Oh.
I mean, I heard that one when I was a kid. Like, I thought that was like a long-standing, like known joke. That's why I shared it. But it's still good.
All right, Tyler, you got it.
Yeah. In 1418, an Italian engineer, Giovanni Fontana, constructed a human-powered device consisting of 4 wheels. So that's technically the first bike.
Sick.
1418.
But doesn't bicycle imply 2 wheels?
Yeah.
Bi is 2.
Fair.
And tricycle is 3.
Why? Now we're down a rabbit hole. Why did they change it to 2 wheels?
Hold on.
You have 4.
Okay. Pull up Marissa's comment. Pull up Marissa's comment.
That joke is almost as funny as women's rights. Yep.
Well, you're clearly forgetting the background story on that one.
No, we don't need it. We don't need it.
That's good.
We remember. Yeah,
okay, we'll leave it alone.
I know the joke. If you guys want to hear the joke, you can ask Harley or myself in person when you come to our class.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler's looking. Let's see. Cody Nothenagel.
I'm gonna need some of that.
He was talking about the sodium bicarbonate. That guy's gonna be pooping his.
Yeah, because he doesn't have self-control.
He's like, if 2 scoops is good, 3 is better. Oh man.
No. I feel like you need to slowly test that.
All right, so Harley's gonna have an AI coach. You should sign up. Isn't it only like $49 a month?
Dude, it's $200 a year.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so cheap.
Well, that's less. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you want to get good at CrossFit, you just fire all of us and then get an AI coach, and it's like a quarter of the price. No,
Yeah,
it's like
the
it's like
problem-
a twelfth of the price.
The problem with that is that program designing for running or cycling and swimming realistically are all linear in nature. And so, like, I agree.
It's very easy
The problem is you're not going to get that in CrossFit because there's so many movements.
for
If
sure.
and like
It
now,
was a joke. You had
yeah.
another bad one.
you know what I was thinking about too when we're talking about like other stuff. We had 2 athletes compete in High Rocks this last weekend in Toronto. Shout out Lindsay Baja. No, Coach Noah coaches her, and then dude, why am I drawing a blank right now? My athlete. Okay.
Coach got grit, right?
Yeah, no, it's Raymond. But I don't know why I was. Yeah, my
I know their
brain
Instagrams.
is not working right now. All day. I called Dustin Justin today. And I was like, I'm gonna die. There's something wrong with me. Anyways, Raymond, my athlete, ran it, and what I didn't know is that, and I don't think a lot of people know this, High Rocks puts out all your split times, your entries to like the burpee broad jump, the exit to the burpee broad jump, everything.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool, but I'm also like, well, where's the fun in that? Because as a coach, I'm like, well, you want to get better at High Rocks, I could totally do this. This is easy. I can make you so much better. I have every split, every run.
Mhm.
I have everything.
Well, that's why it's cool because
it's
now
all
you, as a
data.
coach, you
And
can-
if there are people you want to beat, if you got like frenemies out there, we'll pull up their information. I'm like, yeah, I could. If you have the mental and physical, I could get you to beat them. Like I'm almost like if you had the right person, it'd be so easy to make them world champion. The hardest thing of like beating Matt Frazier and Tia and like Rich Froning was that you don't really know what they're doing and you don't know how they're training and what their metrics are. And so you don't know, where you need to be at that point, which makes it so challenging. That's why the back in the day, what is Rich doing from Jason Kalipa? Like, because everybody wanted to know what he was doing, how he's training, how is he getting so fit, what are his metrics. And that's also the other thing that plagues everybody in CrossFit. Like, I just don't know where I'm at in the season. And I want to, and it's a good time to know where I'm at, good check in. You hear that all the time from people. But in High Rocks, like all the guesswork is gone. It's like any other sport. It's a measurable sport ever. True. Like,
Yeah, triathlon, they put your transitions, your swim leg, T1,
yeah,
bike.
that's why it's
T2.
easy to coach.
Yeah,
I know coaches out there.
Well, but what I was going to get at is that you say the caveat is that in the qualifications that you said if you have the right person, you can make them world champion.
Yeah.
You could probably say that in almost any other measurable sport.
Sure.
But you either have the fitness and the capacity to go that fast or you don't, right? Like just because you know the data of what needs to be done doesn't mean that you can do it. So that's like looking at Matt Fraser's Friendly Fran. We could break down that split and it's like, I couldn't do that shit with air squats. Like,
yeah. I mean, I guess the point is like the needs analysis on a High Rocks athlete is much easier than a needs analysis for a CrossFitter.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
So
it's much more narrow of a field.
Yeah. And it makes
of movements.
It's yeah. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, because we're looking into High Rocks certifications, what that is, what they're doing, what they're selling, because we're not dumb. It's a great avenue for people who don't want to snatch, clean, or jerk, maybe aren't highly skilled in gymnastics. And it's a great way to get fit, build some strength, because you definitely, like, if you want to be good at High Rocks like that, the sled push, I know it's on like turf and carpet. For men, that weight is 265 pounds. Like, that's not a light sled to be pushing down and back like a billion times. So you still got a back squat. You still have to deadlift, even if you are doing like something like High Rocks, and a fair amount, because everything else other than the row, the burpee broad jump, the ski is strength biased. So like you need enough functional strength to get through that stuff, because it's just going to dampen your run over and over and over. And you're running an 8K. So you need a serious buffer on those strength implements. And I think that's where a lot of people don't realize, when I was like looking at some of the numbers and the times, they don't realize that that's where they're losing time. That's why they're running slower. It's because you're not strong enough to withstand the demand of the other implements and movements. Even though you're aerobic, your time still sucks because you don't got a double body weight back squat, which would significantly help you in the sled, the rowing, especially driving off, burpee broad jumps too. So there's a lot of, and the wall balls, also, obviously.
And just anything moderately heavy. I mean, we know this in CrossFit is just going to weigh on the weaker person, right? Like
Yeah.
even if it's like a burpee pull up, if it's paired with a moderately heavy clean and jerk or moderately heavy thruster, it's like the person with a big engine but is light bodyweight ninja is still going to get smashed by a heavy barbell. Like, and they're not going to be able to express their fitness and the other things as well because of the toll and the wear and tear of the heavier implement. So whether it be a sled or a bar, you know, whatever weighted movement you look at.
Yeah, I mean, even Hunter McIntyre last year, or I guess this year's World Championships, because they're coming around again, he lost a bunch of weight, and then he got second or third. And his post YouTube was like, I messed up, and I know where I messed up. I thought I needed to be faster in the running. I thought I needed to be lighter, but what actually happened was he got owned by the other guys because the other guys got stronger. Because the guys he was going against before were that avatar that Harley laid out perfectly. They were lighter and better at running, and they struggled on the sled and the carries and the lunges and stuff. And Hunter thought he needed to go the other way. And what happened was they went the other way and he went this way, and then they beat him. And so it's a thing where like you need to figure out where that is, that power to strength ratio, and then endurance capability.
Watts per kilogram, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, circle back. Let's go.
Your Harley's pumped. You got to do it. Tell us, sign up right now. Let's put it on. Let's put
what do
your
you mean
credit card
sign up right
information
now?
on
I
the
can't sign. Oh, for Trainer Road, you mean?
Trainer Road.
Oh, yeah. So I was going to wait until after I go out to Arizona to coach Jace and Celine at that Desert City Classic. That's November 8th through 10th. I was going to use this month to really sort of build my tolerance to just time in the saddle before I like really ramped up too much.
Just get a better.
I've already outlined my whole like FTP progression for that 30-minute test.
How many bibs do you have?
Huh?
How many bibs do you have?
Oh, I have one base layer bib which has like pockets built into it, which is kind of cool. So I can carry stuff. And then I have two pairs of bike shorts now, but I need to order 2 more because, you know, I'm riding 4 to 5 days a week.
Yep.
It's going to get stinky real quick.
Yeah, don't rewear them. You'll get saddle.
I won't. I was kidding. It was a joke, but
that's
I need
for
more of
everybody
them.
else. Don't rewear them. Wash them. You'll get saddle sores. Now let's see here. All right, your personal coach. Just sync your data. We'll handle the rest. Look at this thing. Customize schedule recommendations. This is good too. They talk about this a lot. Like it's the same thing that we do for masters and other athletes who have things that come up. This will all change. Like you enter it and say like, oh, I can't ride today, and it moves things around, adjusts it. So it's good. Personalized insight, endurance, tempo, sweet spot, threshold, VO2 max, anaerobic. These are sessions. If people don't know, endurance for them is like base training, zone 2. Sweet spot is like right where you're almost like you're below threshold enough that you're never near it, but you're like doing a pretty good job. Tempo is more like your cadence and building up that resiliency to a speed of cadence. And then VO2 max is where you go over your threshold and high pumps. And then anaerobic is like sprint effort. But endurance and sweet spot is where you want to ride the most. So Harley, in your next 30 days before you sign up for this, train those sessions.
I was also gonna maybe wait until Black Friday rolled around and see if I can get a better deal on a trainer. But right now, there's a few of them for like $300 off. Like few of them out right now that have like $300 off. My only main concern about the trainer is that they don't come with their own cassettes. So the sprockets on the back of the bike where you shift gears, for people who don't know, they don't come with those. So I don't really know how to make it compatible with my bike yet. So I have to just do some research, talk to people who just know more than I do. I may have some fitness behind me, but I am absolutely a beginner in this world. So I'm going to lean on the people who know more than I do.
You should get the little Wahoo or the Zwift.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of those are 10 speeds or 11 speeds, but modern mountain bikes are 12 speeds.
Oh, I see.
So that's where my confusion of like, how do I do I just buy my own cassette from the bike shop and put it on and hopefully it fits? Or like, I know that there's a trainer, that one that's in that image right there.
Mhm.
That brand made a new model of it that's supposed to be compatible with a 12 speed,
$1.
but there's no explanation or video of like, well, how do you set up it? Because they
Dude,
don't
you
come
should
with
sign up
a
right
cassette.
now.
Dude,
Why are you gonna wait? Look at this. This is so cheap.
just give me a break.
I don't know why that's so cheap. That's
It
crazy.
is cheap. It is very cheap. The reason I'm not signing up right now is because I don't have the trainer. The trainer is $300. The cassette's probably like $100 to $150. Then I have to get a little table to hold my laptop. So like that's like another $100.
You should
So we're at like
you should go on the
500, $600 right there just in the setup to use the app.
yeah. You should go on the place that Tyler found his CrossFit job.
Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
I avoid that place.
That's
It's
not
full
where
of scumbags.
That's not where he got
Not
it.
Tyler. Not saying Tyler is a scumbag. I'm saying
That's not where he found the job. It's just a joke. I mean, yeah, man. I feel like you could find a trainer on Facebook Marketplace. If anyone's listening to this and wants to help Harley with his endeavor and be part of his journey to get himself a belt buckle at Leadville and become a high power output per kilowatt per kg cycling savant, now's your opportunity. You can help him figure out how to find a trainer, or if you have a trainer, you could mail it to him.
we'll figure it out. Going on some training rides with people who, again, know more than I do in the next, like basically one per weekend for the next couple weeks. So
That's cool.
I'll know some stuff ideally in the next few weeks. Well, it's also why I'm delaying to sign up because I want to pick their brain first.
Yeah, get someone out there taking photos. You're like, oh, on the mountain bike, just killing it.
No one's going to do that.
Come on, it'd be fun. Get Josh to do it.
Dude, I hit 3 jumps the other day high enough that my Garmin registers it. That's the best part is whenever you like actually leave the ground, the Garmin beeps and it says, nice jump. And it gives you your stats on like hang time and distance and speed. Like, yeah, it's fun.
What's your highest jump?
Oh, I mean, I'm not doing that type of mountain biking, so not very.
It's 2 inches. Got it.
2 inches. Got it.
My back wheel barely left the ground, but I got it, dude.
Nice jump.
Nice jump.
They're like, you're lame. And I'm like, yep, thanks.
You're lame.
The
You're not
best
lame.
jump you've done.
Yeah. 2.25 inches. Hold on. I'm going to pull up a thing with Luca. It's pretty funny. But keep talking. Anything else, people? That was pretty good. That's just like a random podcast. So a coach's corner today said to be announced, TBA. Because we didn't know what we want to talk about. But Tyler came in clutch with the CrossFit gym.
I tried a CrossFit workout today. It was hard.
Yeah,
not
so
very
are
fit
you like
anymore.
dropping CrossFit now and just
You're gonna
doing
have
this mountain
to.
biking?
Basically.
He's got to get enough.
I'm going to do 2 CrossFit workouts a week.
How many?
Just like 2. Just
Okay.
like little Metcons, like
Yeah.
nothing crazy. Then like today I did some touch and go squat cleans, some heavier lunges. I'll do some single leg RDLs later because I ran out of time. And then, yeah, just a couple of Metcons, some strength maintenance work.
When's the race again?
So I actually found my first race I want to do before then. So the way you get into Leadville is either raffle system. You can sign up for the raffle that takes place in December. If you don't get your ticket in December, then you have to sign up for a qualifying race and go to something else. But I think it will be smart for me to go to something else before then anyways.
Yeah.
So I think I want to go out to Monterey in April. So April 12th, there's a 70-mile race around Fort Ord in Monterey, California,
Nice.
which
Yeah.
is near where I went to college. So it'd be good to go
But
back.
when's the Leadville race? September next year?
August 5th, I think. August 7th. It's like the first week of August.
All right. Nice.
So
Well, at least
I
it won't be hot.
Oh no, it's not hot. It's fine.
Monterey will be fun.
I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna book my ticket. I hope you get into Leadville. All right, this is Luca. Pitt. That's Harley.
Look
Harley
at that wheelie.
jumps.
Wait.
Sweet jumps. He does again. Bill.
Boo.
Nigga, that's his peak. I'm in his Garmin. Nice
dude.
jump.
Nice jump.
New PR.
That was a new PR. That was a year ago. That's gonna be
Yeah.
Harley out there on the streets of Colorado.
It's hard out in these streets, dude.
Oh man.
Man.
All right. Well,
So you're
good.
gonna come out, Todd? You're gonna be my pit crew?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's gonna be fun.
Sweet.
I like that. So I don't necessarily want, well, I do want to participate in endurance sports, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I do want to try this gravel racing stuff. Marissa's gonna be really fucking good at it.
Yeah, I bet.
Dude, I was already like, oh, okay, I should just hang it up. Like we're out there and like I was like, go in front and draft because I had this was on the Sunday. And she's like, oh, like, okay. And it helped. And then she starts pulling away. And I was like, no, like, I need to be wheel to wheel. Like, where are you going?
You need to hang on that tire, dude.
I couldn't. She was just like, easily just like, zzz. I'm like, I'm zone 5. Stop. You need to stop. Oh, man.
Yeah. Like climbs. So I've talked to numerous people, and my current state is that as soon as I hit any uphill, it's like zone 4, just like complete red line. Just it is so hard. Marissa says 82 beats, homie.
Oh, she was. I was
82 BPM.
I was at 121 beats, and we're just trying to ride around with Ruth and like build the base and build her tolerance. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm feeling good. Like, zone 1 on 121. And I was like, where's your heart rate at? And she just straight up was like 82 beats. I was like, get out of here. For context though, her like resting heart rate is like 41.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But like, I was just like,
my resting heart rate's like 41, and I'm not as aerobic as her.
no.
Not nearly as aerobic as her.
She was going for an ice cream cone.
Yeah, she's just riding through the park, casual Sunday stroll, ice cream in hand.
See, that's why I said she's gonna dominate this like gravel thing and still do CrossFit.
Well, get her a mountain bike and have her do Leadville.
I don't understand. Well, I do understand because I kind of have an idea of the course because I've looked at the Leadville course a couple of times. And yeah, gravel bike would actually have a little bit more because you got to walk the bike at some points anyways. It may have a little bit more advantage. So I know why they don't allow them.
Yeah, they don't allow them. But the elite guys supposedly ride the power line area where people usually walk. Like the people who win Leadville just ride the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
which I find
I could see that.
insane. Just like,
do they have you looked into like regulations on like your cassette and adding more gears?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look into that.
There's like a whole thing. Dude, you can get crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have a hardtail or soft tail?
Soft. I mean, well, you can fix the rear shock.
Yeah.
So I can make it stiff.
Nice.
Yep. I have a Specialized Epic Evo. You want to pull it on up.
That's a good bike.
Yeah. With electronic shifters, the works. I got it for like 40% off because you get it in the winter here and no one wants to buy a bike. So they'll just basically give them away.
Dang. Should we even pull this up, dude?
You can. It's fine. Last year's model. Not
That's
this
okay.
year's.
I'm just saying which one? Epic 8? Which?
I think the 8's the new one. I
Yeah.
think if it has Spock shocks, it's the new one. Mine has SID shocks. They've changed a
I'm
couple.
gonna just pull up the most expensive one.
Okay.
That's why I asked if it was like the Epic 8.
Mine's not the most expensive one. It's nice, but it's not that.
Yeah, the hardtails are like half the price.
Yeah.
Epic World Cup, $7,000.
World Cup is the racing bike.
Yeah.
So my choice was either getting the World Cup or the Evo. The Evo has a little bit longer travel so that it makes it for a softer ride. So you could do theoretically a little bit more jumping, a little bit more hang time,
Yeah.
I can look like Luca
4 inches.
instead of my 2.
Did you get a Epic Evo like comp or did you get
Comp. I think it's a comp. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
This one's on sale.
I took the one. They were like, we'll give you this one. And I said, okay.
And like lavender. Dude, these things are expensive, bro.
That's
was
sick.
$5,000. Now it's $4,490. That's not too bad. The other ones were like $7,000.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Look at this thing. Oh yeah.
Does it have electronic shifters on it? Zoom in.
I don't know. You can look. It probably does. Look at these people. That's gonna see. They got sick pictures of them ripping around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is
I
hard.
don't know how to do that, dude.
You get Josh out there. Look, this person's ripping around.
I don't know
what-
how to rip,
what's the
dude.
helmet? You got a cool helmet.
I ride the brakes the whole way down, bud. No,
Is it-
I actually just
Oh,
am
yeah, you
using
got
my
that.
like old road bike helmet. Essentially, I mean, it's not old. It's a specialized white
No visor.
dome,
Like
no
this?
visor.
No
Yeah.
visor. Oh. You should wear the full face, dude. That'd be sweet.
Why?
Because you're so pretty. You want to protect that bad boy. Like this.
Nah,
Look,
I'm
this
just
guy's savage. They're going over the dunes. They at least look like sand dunes. I know they're not, but it looks like it.
I like how you're just getting caught up on the pictures of people riding bikes, not actually
Look at
like
these
talking about
scientists. Look at
anything
these
bike related.
scientists.
Yeah.
Look at these scientists pulling out the
beast.
velociraptor of a bike in this tiny little truck. It's like,
I'm
welcome,
thinking about trading my Tesla for one of those.
welcome to Jurassic Park.
A tiny little truck like that.
I like pictures, man. It's cool.
I
those are
like
good.
pictures.
This is great. I'm so happy that you're doing this biking thing.
We'll
All
see.
right. Anybody watching? We got 3 watchers. We had 6. Now we're down to
We
3.
lost. Yeah, we should probably just call it there.
Hate biking. Yeah, we'll call it.
We should call it there. People are like, fuck this.
Maybe. I think they probably enjoyed it. There's some solid value in the beginning, middle, and some in the end.
Yeah, we went off on a tangent, and that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, I need lunch, so I'll
Okay.
talk to you guys later.
Bye, Harley.
Bye.
Get a visor and helmet.
See you, dude.
Oh man. All right, guys. That was good. Anybody have anything to add? You want to say anything? Closing thoughts? Remember, like and subscribe. Ring the little bell so you know we're going on live.
Hmm.
If you have a trainer that has, I guess, 12 gears is what he's looking for, or just a trainer that you're not using and you want to shoot on over to Harley, it's better than going to Facebook Marketplace, apparently.
Hmm.
Sick. Man, that's cool.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Heather, you gonna do it?
No.
Heather gets a bike. She's like, I'm out there. Did that.
It's probably
winner
better than
velocity.
running a marathon or half marathon. I'd rather do that.
You'd rather run a half marathon?
No, I'd rather ride a
Oh.
bike than run a half marathon.
Maybe on Facebook Marketplace we can find you a mountain bike. Be
I
sick.
literally was, I think I told you this. The broker that I worked with for my house.
Yeah, he cycles.
He's a gravel bike guy, and I was talking to him yesterday, and he was like, "So did your friends buy their bikes? I got all the information. Tell me if they want to go riding with me." I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll let them know."
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Wait, so hang time is the goal. Yep. Hang time is the goal, Marissa. We got to get him off the ground. Beep, beep. So he gets PRs on his Garmin. That's pretty crazy. I didn't know the Garmin would tell you that you jumped the bike. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, when do you coach again?
Monday.
Okay. What's the workout?
I have no idea. It's Monday.
Do you know? Do they give it to you ahead of time?
That
day.
That day.
Yeah.
Like we use Zen Planner, so it's just in Zen
Awesome.
Planner. So I look at it that day.
All right. Cool. We'll check back on Wednesday. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you do have any questions about endurance racing, high rocks, cycling, and CrossFit, we have the answers. And if we don't have the answers, we're better than AI. We'll find it for you. AI's thumbs down. Okay. The Trainer Road thing, I know we said AI. They have spent the last 7 years working on this AI. So like, that's why it works so well. And then they're on the volume model. So just keep that in mind. Like people are like AI, it's like, yeah, but this was their whole goal. The Trainer Road's whole goal was to create this AI. And cycling is very linear. And it only works for one thing, riding the trainer and adapting your training to whether you're on the trainer or you're on the road. And that's all it does. But all the things that like even Harley were talking about and I were talking about like soft tail, hard tail, that you're going to go down rabbit holes. Like if you're really going to get in cycling, it's like, what's your tire pressure? your electronic shifters, what's your frame made out of, what are your shocks, what are you riding, what's the air temperature. Like there's so many little things, even like the sodium bicarbonate conversation, like that goes into it too. So like even though he's doing this, he is a smart individual who has coached numerous people in exercise, fitness, endurance, things outside of CrossFit. And he's going to make a really good training program. And I love cycling. So he's going to be probably texting me often and we're going to be chit chatting about it. And then he's got these 2 guys that he's riding with who are experienced people who have rode Leadville. Mm-hmm. And if that's not you, like probably don't and do this and just sign up for the $21 and do trainer road. But to his point, like if you don't have a trainer, it's still $21 a month, but plus the $500 investment and plus your bike and everything else. It would be beneficial to even just have a consult with a coach. We love endurance. We don't specialize in it currently. I definitely could. I love it. Addicted to it, of coaching it.
I'm not.
I don't know. I
physically
did
doing
endurance today. The workout I was doing was endurance workout, so that's good. And then, but anyways, we can help you with that. And then Harley's gonna, through his own experience for the next year, he's gonna become a very experienced endurance rider who has his own experience, who's learning, working on himself, working through us, working through his friends, and he's already coached hundreds of people. So no one better be coached by and learn the tips and tricks of somebody who's doing that versus people out there in the world who only have ridden and then they all of a sudden self-proclaim themselves as a coach and have never or coached small amounts of people. Everyone's got to start somewhere. Yeah. And that's okay. But we got a guy. We got a guy for you. His name's Harley Pesco Solido. Cool. That's a good one. Comment. We look at the comments on YouTube. If you guys have any ideas or you want any questions, or DM me, and we'll see you next week.